saying that this is a small element of the population, but for all of that violence to come out of it. Well, now, do you think that it's anything that can be done to deal with the drugs and gun violence in the areas where it occurs? I mean, these are so many emotional kinds of things, and it's very, very difficult to stop a murder when it's based upon emotions and etc. But what can be done? I mean, where do we go? I'm
going to say something, and I'm going to let Ms. Clement come in. I think, where as a community, if you see someone in your environment, your neighborhood selling drugs, call the police. Okay. It's easy as that. Call the police and say, hey, you know what? I pay my taxes. This is my house. I don't want no drug dealer right next to my door. You need to come and find out what's going on and evict these folks or whatever you do, police, department, or what have you. And then next it goes to our children who are making these decisions. We need to reach our children and talk to them. We need to talk to them. That's it. I'm going to pass to Ms. Clement. She got something she may want to say.
Well, the only thing I want to touch base on that real quick is the only thing we can do as a community is come together and accumulate a lot of more opportunities and a lot of more programs for the youth. The CEO of Galaxy Star, which is Mr. Lonnie Greenlee, he says it best. They're not going to put the guns and the packs down and go work for a $5 job when they make $500 an hour. So if we get together and think of some opportunities and programs for them, which he had came up with a 10-year plan called OFC, Opportunity for Change. And it's just waiting for somebody to come and see it and develop it. We don't have enough buildings for them to come into and see, well, if I decide to give you this gun and this pack, what you got to offer me? Can you send me to college? Can you get me a scholarship? Can you help me get my GED? Can you teach me how to be a dad? So that's really the basic answer. We as a community, the society, and the system have to come up with more opportunities and more programs for them. What if I take 15 people off the corner today? Where am I going? I got a place to put them, but what am I going to do to them the next day? Do they have a class? Can I just send them to a Vanderbilt now? Can I put them in TSU class now? No. So more opportunities and programs being developed. How do we know that they won't quit if we don't put some kind of opportunity in their face? And looking at all of the holidays that's coming up now, we have a lot of kids, including my 3-year-old son, Jaquan Sullivan. I have to say his name because he's a victim now that's going to grow up without a father, and he's already asking, where's my dad? So the community, the system, the media, some of the
black churches.
The black churches.
Got to get in there.
Amen. Some of the black churches, we have to come out and take a calculated risk on some of these kids. And quit worrying about their pants hanging down, the braids in the hair, and the grill in their mouth. And see what we need to do to love on them so they can love on themselves so they can quit taking everybody's lives.
No more situations where the black churches are afraid to come out. Bring church to them. You know, a real thug, he's not going to come to the church. You got to bring the church to him. You know, and that's what needs to happen. And I think once we break the core, and this is what Adrian Dixon's mom, Regina Hawkins, said about the 2 men that murdered her daughter. She said when these 2 young men came into the situation where they was murdered, they came to night court, she was just saying how cold and hard their hearts were. You got to channel that with love. A lot of these brothers don't know what love is. If you walk up and hug them right now, they may just break down and cry and say, I want your help. You know, sometimes that thug mentality is just a front because they need love. Mother and father in the home, so they don't know how to react. And this is the part of our problem with our black men, our little boys. And we got a job to do. We got a job to do.
But I think that that's a good start in terms of dealing with the job, and that is to identify the problem. And you think that it's a problem that, and of course we need more programs, as Ms. Greenlee has pointed out. But it's a problem that can be solved by just not just with love. Love is all. But you're saying that if we start showing more concern in reference to what these young people are doing and stop criticizing them, that perhaps they might drop that hard exterior that they have and be willing to come by and we can deal with it.
That's right. Because they won't help. They won't help. They won't help.
They won't help.
They won't help.
Early on, when the young lady living in apartments was shot on her porch, we all met up, and Brother Earl was there along with my pastor, which is Pastor Orlando Westbrook. And anyway, he was there, and he would tell you he's a hood pastor. He would come out and love on you.
Okay, and of course, Ms. Greenlee and Mr. Jordan, let me thank the two of you for coming by and bringing us that excellent information. And let me encourage our audience to tune in again next week for another informative edition of Comments. Thank you, and goodbye.